Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching BFA Sports. I'm your color commentator and play-by-play guy for tonight's game, Steve Westcott. Welcome to Galloway Township, home of Gabriel Field, where tonight the Galloway Mustangs host the Ventnor BaySox in a South Jersey South Shore Baseball League contest. Let's go over the starting lineups. First, before we do so, Ventnor BaySox come in with a 5-5 record. Galloway Mustangs come in with a 1-6 record. Your lineup for the Ventnor BaySox: batting first, shortstop number 31, Angelo Nicalcio. Batting second, playing third base, number 88 is Billy Wheatley. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 17 is Joe Farrell. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 13, Dom Baselli. Batting fifth, right fielder, number 44, Alejandro Rosado. Catching is number 21, Angel Murray. First baseman, number 43, Drew Powell. Second baseman is number 3, Shane Nanick. The left fielder is number 1, Javi Vega. And the Ventnor BaySox extra hitter is Kyle Bronco. Taking the hill tonight for the Ventnor BaySox will be Gabe Gilger. At this time, let's go over your Galloway defensive lineup for the Galloway Mustangs. Pitching will be Gus Busby. Catching will be Anthony Martella. At first base will be Steve Myers. Second base will be Dave Housel. The shortstop is John McCall. Galloway's third baseman is Frank Gorgiong. The left fielder is Ryan Master. The center fielder is Junior Mejia. And Galloway's right fielder is Mike DeBlasio. Going to be starting here in a few minutes, running about 5 to 10 minutes late as some field conditions needed to be repaired. Some power needed to be put on, so we can bring you tonight's telecast of the Ventnor BaySox visiting the Galloway Mustangs. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast here on BFA Sports. We're going to bring it to you in the best manner we can, and we will certainly enjoy bringing it to you. Let's go over the offensive lineup as well for Galloway. We just gave you their defensive fielding positions. Batting first will be the third baseman, Frank Gorgiong. Batting second will be the shortstop, John McCall. Batting third will be the first baseman, Steve Myers. Batting fourth will be the second baseman, Dave Housel. Batting fifth will be the center fielder, Junior Mejia. And we are underway. First pitch is hit by Angel Nicasio. Ground ball to shortstop. Fielder thrown to first. Play complete. One pitch, one out for Galloway's pitcher, Gus Busby. It's a 6-3 putout. One down here in the top of the first for the Ventnor BaySox. That will bring to the plate their third baseman, number 88, Billy Wheatley. Busby's first pitch to Wheatley is up high for ball one. Second pitch is called just a bit outside. Count to Wheatley is now 2-0. Once again, Gus Busby on the mound for Galloway, facing Billy Wheatley, the third baseman for Ventnor. Wheatley hits a fly ball to left field. Ryan Master goes back and makes the play, gets under it for out number 2 in the top of the first for Ventnor. Wheatley gave that a ride. Master able to settle underneath it just short of the fence, or I should say just short of the track for out number 2, bringing to the plate for Ventnor the DH, number 17, Joe Farrell. Busby starts Farrell off with a curveball for strike 1. Fastball inside and a little low for ball 1. Count the Farrell's now 1-1. Another curveball, which Farrell swings through and misses. Strike 2 to counts 1-2. Busby for Galloway, the pitcher on the mound, looking to have a quick one here in the first if he could. Fastball, ground ball right back to the pitcher. Busby Fields flips to first, And again, what we just talked about, a quick inning for Busby, 3 up, 3 down, in and out in under 10 pitches. The top of the first goes for Ventnor without any score. We'll be back right after this with the bottom of the first and Galloway coming to bat. Welcome back to Gabriel Field, everyone. Ventnor BaySox bat in the top of the first. Go down 1-2-3, which will bring the Galloway Mustangs to the plate in the bottom of the first. They'll be led off by Frank Gorgiong. Batting second will be John McCall, and third will be the first baseman Steve Myers. Gabe Gilger will take the mound for the Ventnor BaySox. As we mentioned in the top half of that first, the pitcher for Galloway, Gus Busby, in and out with 3 outs, no hits, and only 7 pitches. Quick top of the first for Busby. See if they can come up and get a couple runs here for him. Ventnor's defensive alignment is as follows. Gabe Gilger's pitching. Angel Murray at the catcher spot. Drew Powell at first. Shane Nainak at second. Angelo Nicasio at short. Billy Wheatley at third. Javi Vega in left. Don Baselli in center. And Alejandro Rosado in right. Gilger comes home with his first pitch, and it's strike 1 to Gorgiong. Second pitch is a bit high to Gorgiong. He takes ball 1, counts now 1-1. Beautiful night for baseball here at Gabriel Field in Galloway. Sun shining. Not a lot of wind or breeze. Perfect conditions for baseball tonight in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League, coming to you from Galloway Township. Pitch must have been just a bit inside for a ball. The count to Gorgiong is now 2-1. Gilger real deliberate on the mound for Ventnor. The wind-up, the pitch is low and inside for ball 3. Count is now 3-1 to Gorgiong. Gilger throws strike 2. Full count now to the Galloway third baseman, Frank Gorgiong. Gorgiong hangs in with a foul ball down the third base line. Count remains full. Had a little bit of issues here. We ran a few minutes late due to some power issues that we had to get fixed, but we got them fixed for now. Bringing you South Jersey South Shore Baseball Conference League contest. And strike 3 is called on the inside corner to Gorgiong for out number 1. Gilger gets his first strikeout of the evening. 1 down in the bottom of the first for Galloway. That'll bring to the plate shortstop John McCall. First pitch to McCall is called just a bit outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Gilger works from the windup. The pitch is up high for a ball. 2-0 now to McCall. Just a bit high. Count is now 3-0 to the Galloway shortstop. Strike 1 to McCall. 3-1 count. Gilger comes with an important pitch there. Didn't want to let the 2-hitter get away for Galloway's first base runner of the evening. Throws a strike on the outside corner, making the count 3-1 to McCall. Strike 2. Gilger working his way back into this count. The count is now full. Galloway already working some pitch numbers on Gilger, the first hitter of the game, even though he went down with the first out and first K. The game, the count was full, and this count's now full to McCall. Line drive, single to center field. Falls for a base hit for John McCall, and he's our first base runner of the evening with a single to center. Good pitch, count full, ball over the plate. Good swing, good cut at that pitch. Hitting a line drive over the shortstop's head in the center. McCall's on first, bringing to the plate the 3-hole hitter for the Galloway Mustangs, the first baseman, Stephen Myers. Cole takes a nice-sized lead at first. Gilger checking him. He decides to come home. Pitches up and away for ball 1. Gilger comes set. He comes home. Up and in for ball 2 to Myers. Count to Myers 2-0. McCall's on first after a single. Good hitters count here for Myers. And Steve Myers calls time at home plate. Wanting to step out, regroup. He steps back in and resets. Home plate umpire puts ball back, action back in play. Gilger comes set. Fastball on the inside half. Myers swings through and misses, making the count 2-1 to Stephen Myers. McCall still at first. Gilger's pitch is outside. 3-1 now to Myers. McCall, as we would say in the game, looking a little runnerish over there at first. Gilger comes set. He comes home. McCall does not go. Myers swings through the fastball for strike number 2, making the count full. First 3 hitters in the lineup for Galloway Mustangs, all drawing full counts. Myers is going to see a 3-2 pitch right here. Gilger comes home. McCall does not go. Myers draws ball 4 for the walk, and Galloway's in business with runners on first and second. After a McCall single and a Myers walk, Dave Housel will step to the plate now, the second baseman for Galloway. Where's number 2? McCall on second, Myers on first for Galloway. And they're in business here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Sjssbl is low and in for ball 1. Hope everyone out there is enjoying the shots that BFA Productions is bringing you here. Center field shot right there, looking straight down the pitcher at the hitter. First and third base camera angles bring you the runners. Strike 1 to Dave Sjssbl. Counts 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first for Galloway. Runners on first and second. Ventnor has Gabe Gilger on the mound. Gilger steps off and wants to regroup. Gilger now comes set. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball, and it's in the dirt, making the count to Dave Sjssbl now 2-1. Gilger comes set and is ready. Pickoff move to second. Ball ends up in center field. McCall's going to end up going to third, and Myers will move up to second on the play. Pickoff attempt by Gilger does not work. Ball ends up in the center field. Good backup play by Don Baselli, the center fielder, not allowing any runners to advance any further. However, McCall does make it to third, and Myers is at second now. So runners at second and third for Galloway, with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Up the bat is Dave Sjssbl with a 2-1 count. Gilger's pitch. Swung through by Dave Sjssbl for strike 2. The count is now 2-2. Big roar of the crowd right there. Tonight's total attendance is 12. On a beautiful night here for baseball at Gabriel Field in Galloway Township. Gilger set with ready to bring a 2-2 pitch to Dave Sjssbl. Pitch is low and out. Good block by the catcher. Keeps it right there with him, which is Angel Murray for Ventnor. And again, a full count. All 4 hitters so far for Galloway have drawn full counts versus Gilger, racking up that pitch count total. Gilger's pitch. Hung in there. Good protective swing right there with 2 strikes. Sjssbl just looking to foul it off if he could. Just reached out, hit the tip of the bat, end of the bat, and he's surviving it for another pitch is Dave Sjssbl. Once again, we're bringing BFA Sports is bringing you South Jersey South Shore Baseball League action from Galloway Township, New Jersey. Gabriel Field, beautiful complex, great park here in Galloway Township. Ventnor BaySox visiting the Galloway Mustangs. Dave Sjssbl with a full count at the plate for Galloway. Fouled straight back, out of play. Count remains full. Looks as though the lights were just turned on, even though we still have plenty of sunshine. Gilger comes set, and he has a full count pitch coming to Dave Housel of Galloway. And Housel swings and misses for strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. The second strikeout for Gilger. 2 down now for the Galloway Mustangs with runners on second and third. On third is McCall. On second is Myers. John McCall, that is, and Steve Myers at second. Bringing to the plate center fielder Junior Mejia for the Mustangs. Gilger's pitch paints the outside corner. Good fastball by Gilger. Strike 1 to Junior Mejia. Gilger looked like he wanted to rip off a curveball right there. Pitch hung for ball 1. Count to Junior Mejia is now 1-1 with 2 outs in Galloway's bottom of the first. Ventnor did not score in the top. Galloway looking to try to do so here in the bottom. 2 runners in scoring position. Mejia at the plate, once again with a 1-1 count. Gilger is set, and he now comes home. Pitch is called a bit outside for ball 2. Count to Mejia is now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is again just a bit outside. Count is now 3-1. Gilger, the pitcher for Ventnor, Angel Murray, the catcher for Ventnor, both wanting those last 2 fastballs. They both thought that the 2 fastballs painted the outside part of the plate. Home plate umpire not giving them that call. Both having some expressions here like they wanted it and thought it was strikes. Not the case. Counts 3-1 to Junior Mejia. Gilger comes set and comes home. Mejia swings through a fastball. Misses it. The count's now full to Junior Mejia. My producer's telling me, of course it is, because every single hitter here so far out of the top 5 hitters for Galloway have all drawn full counts. Gilger comes home, and that pitch is also a bit low and out. He draws a walk. That will load the bases. So Gabe Gilger has 2 strikeouts in the inning, which are 2 outs for Galloway's bottom of the first. However, a single by McCall has him now on third. Stephen Myers walked as he's now on second after the Junior Mejia walk, bringing to the plate Ryan Master, the left fielder for Galloway. Bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Galloway looking to try to take an early lead in this South Jersey South Shore Baseball Conference matchup. High fastball, unable to catch up to it as Master. That's strike 1. Gilger still from the stretch. 0-1 pitch to Master. Is a fastball, good out fastball on the outside corner. Master swings through that one. He's now in the hole 0-2. Gilger looking for Ventnor to try to get out of this bottom of the first unscathed. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball. It's a ground ball hit to the first baseman of Ventnor, Drew Powell. Fields the ball cleanly, comes up and makes the unassisted putout for the third out of the inning. And after a long inning with a high pitch total, Gilger and the Ventnor BaySox get out of it unscathed. We're through one here at Gabriel Field in Galloway Township with no score. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Galloway Township and Gabriel Field, a beautiful complex, sports complex here in Galloway Township. We had two different types of innings there. In the top of the first, it was a quick inning for Galloway's pitcher, Gus Busby. Only threw 7 pitches, got Ventnor to go down 1-2-3. However, in the bottom of the first, Gabe Gilger threw 35 pitches, drew 5 full counts, and still didn't give up a run. So we're scoreless after 1. We're in the top of the second right now. The leadoff hitter for Ventnor in the top of the second is their center fielder, number 13, Dom Baselli. He takes ball 1 low and outside on an off-speed pitch to start his at-bat. 1-0 count. Curveball comes back. Should say Busby comes back with another curveball. This one, Baselli swings through for strike 1. The count is now 1-1. Ground ball foul by Baselli, making the count 1-2. Baselli seeing a lot of off-speed stuff here by Busby. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter for Ventnor in the top of the second. No score. 1-2 count to Baselli. Busby's pitch. There's a curveball, and it's a line drive hit to straightaway center field. All over that off-speed pitch was Dom Baselli, and he hits a line drive single to center. And the leadoff man is on for Ventnor in the top of 2. That will bring to the plate right fielder for Ventnor, number 44, Alejandro Rosado. That's a baseball name right there, folks. Alejandro Rosado. Steps in with nobody out. Baselli on first after a single to center. Pitch is strike 1. Baselli takes off and steals second. Throw down by Anthony Martella was late. So Baselli's now on second after a stolen base. And in scoring position for Alejandro Rosado, who just saw strike 1 from Busby. He comes home on an off-speed pitch. That's a ground ball hit the shortstop, and it's through the hole. Into the left fielder is Ryan Master. He gets the throw into the shortstop and a cutoff man. Baselli unable to score, but he is at third. So runners now on first and third with nobody out for the Ventnor BaySox. Baselli had to hold up a little bit to see if McCall for Galloway was going to be able to come up with that, and because of that, good piece of base running. Because he did have to hold up, he was unable to score on the play. But Ventnor's certainly in business with runners on first and third here in the top of the second, bringing catcher Angel Murray to the plate. Rosado goes ahead and steals second right here. Ball knocked down as the pitch was low by Martella, Galloway's catcher. It's ball 1 to Murray. Again, catcher Angel Murray at the plate. with runners now on second and third and a 1-0 count. High fastball. Murray unable to catch up to that one. However, he does hit it foul down the third baseline, making our count now 1-1. Ventnor looking to take advantage of a couple base runners here after surviving a scary bottom of the first. That pitch is low in the dirt for ball 2 to Murray. Looking to mount a rally of their own here is Ventnor. Fastball is high and outside. The count to Murray is now 3-1. Busby comes home, ground ball in between first and second. It finds a hole. That ball had eyes. 1 run will score. Rosado being held at third. And it's an RBI single for Angel Murray. So Baselli scores on the base hit by Murray. Rosado moves to third. And Murray is now on first with the RBI single. That will bring to the plate first baseman number 43 for Ventnor, Drew Powell. Still nobody out in the top of the second here for Ventnor. 1 in, 2 on. First pitch to Powell is high for ball 1. And Angel Murray goes and steals second. So now again they're second and third for Galloway. All 3 runners that have been on first so far for Ventnor here in the top of the first, a second, has stolen second. The 1-0 pitch to Powell. Swung and missed. Strike 1. Counts 1-1. With nobody out here in the top of the second. Busby comes set, and the pitch to Powell is an off-speed pitch outside. Job really well done right there by Anthony Martella, knocking that down and keeping it here, keeping Rosado at third, unable to come home on the play. It is ball 2 to Powell, however. 2-1 count now to Drew Powell. The pitch. Curveball in for a called strike, making the count to Powell now 2-2. Good off-speed pitch right there by Busby. Busby's 2-2 pitch is a fastball, low and in the dirt, low and outside, I should say, making the count full. So Busby had a quick first, throwing only 7 pitches in the Ventnor's top of the first. Not so much here in the top of the second. He now loses Powell, and Powell draws the walk, loading the bases for the Ventnor BaySox. So you have Baselli scored. You have Rosado at third. You have Angel Murray at second. And you now have Drew Powell at first. Again, with nobody out here in the top of the second. Martella goes out and talks to Busby. Coming to bat for Ventnor in the top of the second right now would be second baseman number 3, Shane Nanick. And he steps to the plate in the RBI position because the bases are loaded. First pitch to Nanick was high and in, but it didn't hit him. At first it sounded like it did, but it didn't hit him, so it's simply ball 1 to Shane Nanick. Everybody in the stands, even our producer Ryan, is saying, what did that hit? It seemed like it sounded like it hit something. However, Nanick stepped back in, and he's acting as though it didn't. And Nanick, that's why it's a single to center field, the left center field, I should say. 1 runs home. Murray's coming home. He'll score. Runners now at first and second as Shan Nenick has a 2 RBI single to center field. As I said, Rosado scores on the play, and so does Angel Murray. Moving to second is Drew Powell, and a single and 2 RBIs for Shan Nenick. Still nobody out in the top of the second here. Batting is Javi Vega, the left fielder for Ventnor. That pitch is outside, and Javi Vega takes ball 1. 3 in and 2 on so far in the top of the second for Ventnor, as they go up 3-0 here early in this contest. Busby's pitch is swung on and fouled straight back by Javi Vega, making the count now 1-1. Busby did draw a couple ground balls here, however. They had eyes and found holes, one through the third baseman and shortstop, the other through the first and second baseman, one on each side of the diamond. However, they found holes and got to the outfield grass. That's strike 2 to Javi Vega on an off-speed pitch by Busby, and a good one. Count to Vega 1-2. Another off-speed pitch, and that ball's hit foul and out of play. Busby steps back on the mound to face Vega. Counts 1-2. And Vega swings and misses on an off-speed pitch in the dirt for out number 1 here in the second. The extra hitter for Ventnor, Kyle Bronco, now steps to the plate. Ball outside. 1-0 is the count to Bronco. Again, 3 in here in the top of the second for Ventnor. They still have runners on first and second. There is 1 out and a 1-0 count to Bronco. And that pitch was in the dirt. No appeal to see if the batter had checked the swing or if he went. So the count's looks like it is 2-0. Busby's pitch comes with a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Strike 1 to Kyle Bronco, and the count's now 2-1. Fastball up and in, swung through by Bronco. Swings and misses for strike 2. The count's now 2-2 to Kyle Bronco. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Bronco does not go chasing, so the count now runs full. 3-2 count to the extra hitter for Ventnor, Kyle Bronco. Runners on first and second. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. And that will reload the bases for Ventnor. And it also brings them back to the top of the order to Angelo Nicasio. Nicasio, I should say. Grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat. Nicasio up with the bases loaded. Busby's pitch is a curveball in for strike 1. Good off-speed pitch. Fooled Nicasio there. 0-1 count to the leadoff hitter for Ventnor. Shortstop Angelo Nicasio. Fastball Hit foul down the right field line. Out of play. Strike 2. The Ventnor's leadoff hitter. The count's 0-2. Busby comes set. And the pitch is a curveball, ground ball hit to the shortstop. Unable to get to it. It's in the left field for a single. 1 run will score, and the bases will still remain loaded as Drew Powell comes in on an RBI single by Nicasio, making it 4-0. Nanick goes to third. Bronco goes to second. An RBI single for Angelo Nicasio. Still only 1 down here in the second. Billy Wheatley, third baseman for Ventnor, now steps in. Busby's off-speed pitch is a bit low for ball 1. Fastball is low and in for ball 2. Gus Busby comes set, and the pitch is low. Gets away from Martella, the catcher. However, unable to come down and try to score is Nanick, so the bases still remain loaded, and it's a 3-0 count to Billy Wheatley. Fastball for a strike to Wheatley. Counts now 3-1. Line drive single to right center field. 1 run will score. Mejia gets the ball, gets it into the second baseman. 2 runs now score. Ventnor is now up 6-0 on a 2 RBI single by Billy Wheatley. Nanick scored on the base hit by Wheatley, and so did Kyle Bronco. Nicasio is now at third, and Wheatley is now on first after his single. Bringing to the plate for Ventnor, designated hitter Joe Farrell. Curveball to Farrell is over for a called strike. 1 down here in the second. Runners on first and third for Ventnor. Farrell up to the plate. Fastball is up and swung on and missed by Farrell for strike 2. Farrell's now in the hole, 0-2 to Busby. Gus Busby on the mound for Galloway. Had a really good first. Struggling here in the second, and now a pitch gets away from him and he hits Farrell, and that's going to reload the bases. Curveball got away from him a little bit. Stayed in, didn't curve, and a hit by pitch. Ventnor has now batted around, and the leadoff hitter here in the top of the second returns to the plate, and that is center fielder number 13, Dom Baselli, who got this inning started with a single of his own. Bases loaded, Baselli up the bat. Curveball's over for strike 1. Busby comes set. And his pitch is a curveball fouled straight back. Right behind us, and that's strike 2 now to Dom Baselli. 0-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the second. Curveball is in the dirt, and Martella does an excellent job behind the plate for Galloway, knocking that one down, keeping the pitch right with him, not allowing any runners to advance, especially the runner at third who would have looked to score on that one for sure. But a great job by Martella right there. That is ball one to Baselli, making the count now 1-2. Ground ball hit to the third baseman. He throws the second for one, goes the first. He's safe at first, so one run will score. However, it is a fielder's choice for Baselli on the 5-4 fielder's choice. So he goes there. The runner going to second was Joe Farrell, so he's out on the fielder's choice. Nicasio scores, and there's a shot back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, Dave Hauser, who makes a great play to end this inning. So the Ventnor BaySox send 11 hitters to the plate. They score 7 runs. 7 runs. They take a 7-0 lead after the top of the second. We'll be back right now. We'll be back in a minute with Galloway's bottom of the second. I have 7, yep. All right, I'm ready when you are. Called strike 2. The count now is 1-2. Curveball off speed pitch hit down the first base line, but foul. Count remains 1-2 to Busby. Pitch is up high from Gilger, evening the count at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the second here. Galloway coming to bat, trying to chip into a lead that Ventnor just built in the top of the second. That pitch is a bit outside, making the count full. Fastball swung through and missed by Busby. That's out number 1 on a strikeout for Gabe Gilger. His third of the game. Coming to bat for Galloway will now be number 7, right fielder Mike DeBlasio. Gilger working from the windup and comes home. First pitch is up high for ball 1 to DeBlasio. Off-speed pitch swung through and missed by DeBlasio for strike 1, evening the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball outside. Count to DeBlasio is now 2-1. Fastball for a strike. DeBlasio's count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, we're coming to you from Galloway Township, New Jersey, Gabriel Field. We're in the bottom of the second of a South Jersey South Shore Baseball League contest between the Ventnor BaySox and the Galloway Mustangs. Pitch is down low, making the count full to the right fielder, DeBlasio. Pitch is fouled straight back. So let me see if I can get this right on my scorecard here. This is the 8th hitter to come to the plate for Galloway in tonight's contest. And 7 of them have had full counts. Nobody on here in the bottom of the second. No one was able to score for Galloway in the bottom of the first. So as I said, Gilger is still unscathed on the mound for Ventnor. But 7 of the 8 hitters have drawn full counts. It's pretty unbelievable. DeBlasio draws a walk, so Galloway now does have a base runner on the walk by DeBlasio. Coming to the plate for Galloway will now be their catcher, Anthony Martella, with 1 on and 1 out. Martella swings and takes a good cut at a fastball, fouls it off down the right field side. Out of play for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch to Martella is inside, actually goes behind the hitter, making the count 1-1. You don't see that too often. Off-speed pitch that got away from Gilger ended up actually going behind the back of the hitter, Martella, to the backstop. Unable to move up on the play, ironically, was DeBlasio. The ball came right back to the catcher for Ventnor, Angel Murray. DeBlasio unable to move up on the play, and Martell is facing a 1-1 pitch. Fastball down the middle for strike 2. Counts now 1-2 to Galloway catcher Anthony Martella. High fastball. Martella tries to check, however he fouls it off back into the backstop, evening the count at 2-2. There's his pitch shot of de Blasio at first. One out here in Galloway's second, bottom of the second, that is. Fastball is outside. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard this before, Martell has a full count. 8 of the 9 hitters have now received full counts off of Gabe Gilger. Ground ball, hit to the shortstop, charged and fielded by Nicasio. He throws the second. He's out at second. No throw the first, so it's a fielder's choice for Martella. And it goes down as 6-4 for the second out. And Martella is now at first, bringing to the plate the extra hitter for Galloway, Adrian Wiggins. So there's 2 down. Martella's at first. And Wiggins up to the plate. Fastball down the middle, swung and missed by Wiggins for strike 1. Fastball is outside for ball 1. Andrew Wiggins now has a 1-1 count with 2 down in Galloway's bottom of the second. The pitch is up high, making the count now 2-1 to Wiggins. Gilger's pitch. Hard fastball right down the middle. Swung and missed by Wiggins. Count is now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball up. Making the count full to Adrian Wiggins. Fastball down the middle for strike 3. Wiggins is caught looking. And that's the third out of the bottom of the second. No runs scored for Galloway. After 2, our scores, the Ventnor BaySox 7, the Galloway Mustangs nothing. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Galloway Township. Thank you for watching BFA Sports. I'm your play-by-play guy for this evening's contest in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League between the Ventnor BaySox and the Galloway Mustangs. We're going to the top of the third inning with Ventnor winning 7-0, as in the last inning they brought 11 players to the plate, scoring 7 runs. And although Gabe Gilger, the pitcher for Ventnor, has thrown 62 pitches in 2 innings, he's gotten through them both unscathed. So our score is 7-0. And there's a shot hit by Angel Murray to left field. It's down the line and it's foul. Just foul. Angel Murray was looking for extra bases on that one. However, landed about 2 feet foul down the left field line. Now it's strike 1 to Angel Murray, who leads off the Ventnor top of the third. Big second inning, as I stated, for Ventnor. Taking command of this one in the top of the second, up 7-0. Angel Murray, the catcher for Ventnor, up the plate, up the bat. And that pitch is up and out for ball 1. So our count to Angel Murray is now 1-1. We hope you enjoy the shots and the feed of the game. We're certainly enjoying bringing them to you. That pitch is also up high and out to Murray, and the count to Angel Murray is now 2-1. Fastball on the inside half. Good pitch by Gus Busby for Galloway, evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Busby still in the game. Fought his way through that second inning, even though 11 hitters came to the plate for Ventnor. There's a shot to right field. Fly ball hit the right. De Blasio settles on, but can't settle underneath. It comes in and dives and cannot make the play as it falls in safely in shallow right field. Throw comes into the infield and gets away from the shortstop. However, backing it up was Busby. So that's going to go down in the books as a single for Angel Murray, as the fly ball ended up in no man's land in shallow right and falls for a hit. Our telecast is brought to you today by Bunting Family Pharmacy. Ladies and gentlemen, they bring the pharmacy to you. Off-speed pitch by Busby is strike 1. To the Ventnor hitter, first baseman Drew Powell. Ooh, Powell with a huge cut right there on a fastball by Busby. Just missed it. Counts now 0-2 to Drew Powell. Again, Murray's on first after a single to right here in the top of the third for Ventnor. Murray takes off and goes. Martala cannot keep it in front of him, so Murray will end up standing at second. Or I should say will make second standing. Pitch was a ball to Powell, and the count to him is now 1-2. Busby comes set and comes home with a curveball, and that is fouled out of play down the right field line. Count remains 1-2 to Powell. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Ventnor catcher Angel Murray's on second. Good shot of Murray there. Fastball is low and in, and it's at the feet of Martala. He finds it. Murray does not advance on the play. Count the Powell's 2-2. Powell reaches out and tries to stroke a single to right. However, de Blasio does settle underneath that. Immediately gets the ball back in, and Murray cannot advance, so that is an F9. First out of the inning for Ventnor. And that fly ball to right, de Blasio was able to settle under. Did a good job getting it back in. Murray unable to advance, so he's still at second with one down here in the third. Second baseman Shane Nanick coming to the plate for Ventnor. Murray's taking off Martella's throw. And Murray is out at third base on an attempted steal. Two outs now with no one on. And we have, I believe, an 0-2 count to Shane Nanick. With two down now here in the top of the third. Off-speed pitch is a ground ball hit to the second baseman, Dave Hauser. He'll throw to first to Steve Myers, and Galloway gets out of the third with not allowing a run to Ventnor. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third with Galloway coming to bat. Down 7-0, looking to chip into a 7-0 lead. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to BFA Sports. I'm your play-by-play commentator here tonight, Steve Westcott. We're going to the bottom of the third with the Galloway Mustangs coming to bat. Down 7-0. However, they go back to the top of the order with Frank Gorgiong looking to try to cut into this Ventnor lead. First pitch to Gorgiong is a fastball for strike one. Quick inning for Galloway's pitcher, Gus Busby, in the top of the third, keeping the lead right where it was. Now looking to come up here in the bottom of the third and chip away at that lead of Ventnor. Busby fouls a pitch off into the screen for strike two. He's now down in the count 0-2. Struck out in his first at bat. And if you just tuned in, you may have heard me give a crazy stat here in a second. Galloway has sent 10 hitters to the plate. 9 of them have drawn full counts. Gorgiong swings and misses. The ball gets away from the catcher. He throws down to first, and that's in time. So it goes down as a K in the book to Gorgiong for out number 1 here for Galloway in the bottom of the third. That will bring to the plate the 2-hole hitter, shortstop John McCall. Once again, 1 down here in the bottom of the third for Galloway. Line drive single to right. He jumped on a first pitch fastball and hit a line drive single to right to John McCall. And Galloway's got a base runner on here in the bottom of the third, bringing to the plate first baseman Stephen Myers. Good piece of hitting there right there by McCall. Looking to get on. Thought he'd get a first pitch fastball. Little get me over fastball, although Gilger does bring it for Ventnor. He got the fastball, hit a line drive to right. Galloway now has a third inning base runner. Stephen Myers fouls off his first pitch for strike 1. Count to Myers is 0-1. Ventnor came into this contest 5-5. Galloway came in 1-6. Gilger throws a fastball inside, too far inside, however. The count to Myers is now 1-1. Gilger comes set, and the pitch. Little off-speed pitch, which Myers fouls off again down the right field side over the third base dugout. I'm sorry, left field side over the third base dugout. Making the count now 1-2 to Steve Myers. One out here in the bottom of the third for Galloway. Looking to try a mount a rally here to get themselves back in this contest. Myers calls time, steps out, wants to regroup. Steps back in, and we're ready to play. Fastball. Called a ball. Pretty good pitch right there by Gilger. So that's ball 2. The count is now 2-2. Fastball, he must have called a little bit up or a little bit in. I'm sorry, or a little bit outside. It's definitely a little bit high, though. 2-2 count. Left-handed hitter Steve Myers up to bat for Galloway. Curveball, off-speed pitch. Myers swings and misses. Really good curveball right there by Gabe Gilger. And that's the second out of the inning for Galloway. Second strikeout of the inning for Gilger. Dave Housel will step in, Galloway's second baseman. He also struck out in his first at-bat. Again, John McCall is on first after singling to right. The first pitch to Housel is a strike. Count 0-1. Gilger throws a fastball, however, that's up and in. Count is now even at 1-1 to the Galloway second baseman, Dave Housel. Gilger comes set, and the pitch is a line drive single to center field. Good piece of hitting. Shortened up his stroke to Dave Housel. Put the barrel on the ball, dropped the barrel on it. Hits a line drive single to center. And now they have Galloway now has runners on first and second with 2 down. Coming to bat for Galloway will be their center fielder, Junior Mejia. Bats in the 5-hole for this Galloway Mustangs club. Junior Mejia steps in. Gilger comes set. And the pitch is a fastball swung and missed by Mejia for strike 1. Our location is right behind the batter and umpire here, so you can see Mejia choking up a little bit. Maybe looking to shorten this stroke up as well. Just trying to put something in play. Really nice play by Ventnor catcher right there, Angel Murray. As that ball was in the left-handed batter's box and in the dirt, he made a great backhand stop on that, not allowing the runners to advance. It is a ball to Mejia, which evens the count at 1-1. As we said, Hazel just did. Just shortened up that stroke a little bit, dropped the barrel on it. Mejia may be looking to do the same thing right here. See if he can knock in that runner on second, which is McCall. Gilger's pitch is a shot to right field. Right fielder falls and can't make the play. 1 run's going to score. McCall does score on the play. Hazel goes to third, and Mejia is at first with an RBI single. Fly ball was hit to right center field. The right fielder for Ventnor, Alejandro Rosado, just kind of slipped a little bit on the play as he was getting set to get settled underneath it. And the ball dropped in for a single for Mejia, which is an RBI. And the score is now 7-1 Galloway. And Hazel does move all the way over to third. First and third for Galloway. Bringing up Ryan Master, Galloway's left fielder, to the plate. Looking to see if he can try to tack on another run. Chip their way back into this contest. Fastball, line drive in the gap into first base. However, he does come up with it. Flips the throw to first, and he makes the play. Didn't look like that was going to happen. Looked like that ball was in the hole. However, Shane Nanick comes up with the play, and he gets the 4-3 putout to get Ventnor out of the inning. So we're going to go to the fourth. Our score after 3 is Ventnor 7, Galloway 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching BFA Sports. I'm Steve Westcott. We're in Galloway Township, New Jersey at Gabriel Field with a South Jersey South Shore Baseball League contest between the Ventnor BaySox and the Galloway Mustangs. We're making our way to the top of the fourth. Ventnor's leading 7-1 in this one. Gus Busby on the mound for Galloway, and stepping to the plate to lead off the fourth for Ventnor is Javi Vega. Vega swings and misses at a high fastball for strike 1. Ventnor scored 7 in the top of the second. That off-speed pitch is inside, making the count 1-1 to Javi Vega. Galloway did just get one back in the bottom of the third. 1-1 pitch to Vega. Is a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 is the count to the Ventnor left fielder, Javi Vega. Off-speed pitch is swung and missed on. Martellagos attempts to make the tag. Doesn't do so, but throws the first and gets the putout. Goes down as a K for Javi Vega. The first out of the inning for Ventnor. So they have 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Coming to bat will be Kyle Bronco, the extra hitter for Ventnor. Drew a walk his first time up in the 2nd in the middle of that rally. Off-speed pitch is called a ball. So ball 1 to Bronco. The 2nd inning, in that 7-run inning, Ventnor brought 11 players to the plate. Fastball to Bronco is fouled straight back. So now the count's 1-1 to Kyle Bronco. Pitch by Busby is called a strike. The count to Bronco is now 1-2. So Busby coming into this inning was 66 pitches in. That pitch was low for a ball to Bronco, evening the count at 2-2. 66 pitches in coming in, 45 of them in that 2nd inning. Had a quick first with only 7 pitches, a quick 3rd with only 14 pitches. Off-speed pitch to Bronco is fouled down the right field line, out of play. Two-two's the count. Strike 3 to Kyle Bronco. Good fastball by Busby on the outside portion of the plate. Painted the black with it for out number 2, and Busby has 2 strikeouts here in the 4th. Back to the top of the order goes Ventnor with their shortstop, Angelo Nicasio. Grounded out to short in the 1st inning, had a single in that rally in the 2nd. Now batting in the top of the 4th. Takes ball 1. Fastball outside. Ball 2 now to Nicasio. Bunting Family Pharmacy bringing all of you the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League action. Fastball, and that's a line drive, crushed to left field. Left fielder Master going straight back, can't come up with the play. Couple hops to the wall. Nicasio is going to end up at 2nd with a stand-up double. Nicasio all over that fastball by Busby. Hit a line drive, 2 hop off the fence, and he gets into 2nd standing with his 2nd hit of the game. And this one is a stand-up double. So he's at 2nd with 2 down, bringing to the plate Billy Wheatley, the Ventnor 3rd baseman. Fastball is up, and Wheatley takes ball 1. Fastball is 2nd pitch to Wheatley is low, and that's ball 2. 2-0 count to Billy Wheatley, the Ventnor 3rd baseman. He's got a running and scoring position with Nicasio at 2nd. 2 down, however, here in the top of the 4th for Ventnor. Busby comes set and comes home. Fastball swung through and missed by Wheatley for strike 1. Count is now 2-1. Off-speed pitch. Really good spot there by Gus Busby. Wheatley looks at it, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th for Billy Wheatley and the Ventnor BaySox. Fastball, little flare to hit the second baseman. He comes in and makes the play for the third out of the inning. And Ventnor does not come up with any runs here to tack on to that 7-1 lead. We're going to come to the bottom of the fourth. Our score is 7-1. Galloway will come up to try to chip away at Ventnor's lead. Be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Galloway Township, or I should say welcome back. We're going to the bottom of the fourth in this South Jersey South Shore Baseball League contest. The Ventnor BaySox right now holding a little bit of a commanding lead, up 7-1 on Galloway. Galloway will bring to the plate in the bottom of the fourth to try to chip away at that lead their pitcher Gus Busby, their right fielder Mike de Blasio, and the catcher Anthony Martella. Gabe Gilger on the mound for Ventnor, throwing a really good game. Pitch count is up. The total's up due to a lot of full counts to a lot of hitters, which you may have heard me refer to throughout these first three innings. However, Gilger only giving up one run, and that was in the bottom of the third. So we're now in the bottom of the fourth. Pitcher Gus Busby's up the bat for Galloway, and his first pitch he fouls over the screen for strike one. Fastball to Busby is low, making the count to Busby now 1-1. Fastball fouled straight back by Busby. Counts now 1-2. Off-speed pitches into the dirt, shortstop. Nicasio comes in, throws the first, makes the play. Nicasio to Powell for out number one, and Busby grounds into a 6-3 put out for the first out of the inning for Galloway, and that will bring to the plate Galloway's right fielder, number 7, Mike de Blasio. Yeah, Busby had nothing to do with that pitch from Gilger other than to beat it right in the dirt. Really good charge of the baseball by Nicasio. He comes up, makes a good strong throw to Drew Powell over at first for the putout. De Blasio's first pitch is a fastball, which he swings and foul tips into the mitt of Murray for strike one. Gilger's second pitch is in the dirt, evening the count at 1-1. De Blasio fouls a pitch straight back into the screen. And the count to Mike De Blasio, the right fielder for Galloway, is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. BFA Sports is coming to you from Gabriel Field in Galloway Township. Beautiful sports complex here in Galloway. Daylight is turning to dusk. The lights are on a beautiful night to play baseball. And that's strike 3, a fastball on the inside half to De Blasio. Called strike by the home plate umpire, and that's 2 down. In the bottom of the 4th for Galloway, their catcher, Anthony Martella, will now step in. Seventh strikeout for Gilger. Works from the windup and the pitch. Fastball for a called strike to Martella. Murray, the catcher for Ventnor, calls time, wants to go out and talk things over with Gilger. Maybe a mix-up in a sign right there. There's nobody on, so the conversation can't be about base runners.
Hey, Blue, count. Thank you.
Count is 1 strike to Martella. Gilger is set. And his 0-1 pitch is a fastball, which is a little ground ball hit to the shortstop. Nicasio comes in and again makes a play to first to Drew Powell. Another 6-3 put out, and Galloway goes down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. We're going to go to the top of 5 with your score. Ventnor 7, Galloway 1. Welcome back to Gabriel Field in Galloway Township. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. The Ventnor BaySox are in town to face Galloway. The Ventnor BaySox put up 7 in the 2nd inning, and that's how many they currently have, as they're up 7-1 over Galloway. Galloway scored in the bottom of the 3rd. Gus Busby is still on the mound for Galloway. He's 85 pitches into this contest, stepping to the plate, leading off the fifth for Ventnor will be the designated hitter, number 17, Joe Farrell. Farrell was hit by a pitch in the second and struck out in the first. That was a ball to Farrell, so count is 1-0 to him. Count is now 2-0 as the second pitch to Farrell is up and in. Yeah, in the middle of that 7-inning rally, Joe Farrell was hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count. High fastballs ripped down the line, and that's fair going down the left field line. Joe Farrell rounds first. He's looking for two. He's going to try to make it there, and he will get there standing on a double down the left field line just inside of the bag. And Joe Farrell leads off Ventnor's fifth inning with a stand-up double to left. That'll bring to the plate center fielder Dom Baselli for the Ventnor BaySox. Busby now pitches to Baselli. He hits a ground ball to shortstop. It's fielded. It's thrown to first. And a good play by McCall to Steve Myers for out number one for Ventnor on a 6-3 putout. Correction. Apparently the first baseman, which is there's a little bit of a view issue here for me, the first baseman dropped the ball, so it is not a 6-3 putout. It's going to go down as an E3, which means Baselli is now on first, and Farrell now moves to third. First and third with nobody out for Ventnor, and Rosado steps in. Alejandro Rosado, the right fielder for Ventnor. He takes ball one. The on-deck hitter for Ventnor was right in between our site of play. That's a ground ball hit to the second baseman. He tags the runner going to second, and he throws the first for a double play. So Rosado grounds into a 4-3 DP. However, Farrell does come in to score, making the game 8-1, but there is two down now in the top of the fifth for Ventnor. So Galloway did get 2 outs on the double play, however, does give up a run. And the lead is now 8-1, and the catcher for Ventnor, Angel Murray, steps in. He takes ball one on his first pitch, and it counts 1-0 to Angel Murray. Angel Murray hits a shot in the hole between third and short. No one's going to get that one. It is knocked down, however, there will be no play. And Angel Murray has a 2-out single here in the top of the fifth for Ventnor. That's his third hit of the game. Angel Murray had a single in the second. He had a single in the third, and he had a single right now in the fifth. So Angel Murray 3 for 3 in this contest with a run scored. First baseman Drew Powell now steps in for Ventnor. Busby comes home, paints the black on the outside portion of the plate for strike one. Busby is set, comes home, breaks the hitter's bat, and it's ground ball to shortstop, and he can't play it. Error on Galloway shortstop John McCall. So Powell ends up on first. Murray ends up on second. Powell's going to have to replace some lumber as his bat just shattered on that ground ball to shortstop. Runners on first and second for Ventnor, bringing to the plate second baseman Shane Nanick. Busby's pitch is inside for ball one. Another good play by Martel. He's done a nice job back there tonight. He's had a tough night back there. but he's done a really nice job. Ball 1 to Nanick. Here in the top of the 5th, 8-1 Ventnor. There are 2 outs, but they have runners on first and second. An attempted pickoff at second is no good. Back is Murray. Busby comes set. And again, he's taking a long look at Angel Murray over there at second base. Threw over there once and then just ran him back there again with a fake move to second. He now comes home. Ball fouled straight back on a good cut by Nanick. Counts now even at 1-1. Nanick had a single in that rally in the second. He's 1 for 2 as he grounded out in the third. Busby's curveball is crushed to center field. Center fielder goes back on it, and he is able to make the play is Junior Mejia, and that's the 3rd out of this inning. However, Ventnor does score 1. They tack on 1 run to that 7-1 lead and now make it 8-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Galloway looking to come in and try to chip away at that 8-1 lead. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Gabriel Field in Galloway Township. We thank you for watching BFA Sports. We're bringing you South Jersey South Shore baseball action. We're going to the bottom of the 5th in this one. Ventnor is beating Galloway at this point 8-1. Galloway leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 5th is their extra hitter, number 24, Adrian Wiggins. Gabe Gilger on the mound still for Ventnor, pitching a really nice ball game here tonight. Only giving up 1 run, and that was in the bottom of the 3rd for Galloway. First pitch to Wiggins was ball 1. Gilger then throws a strike on the outside half of the plate, painting the black there, evening the count at 1-1. Once again, Bunting Family Pharmacy, bringing you all of the South Jersey South Shore baseball action. Bunting Family Pharmacy brings the pharmacy to you. Wiggins hits a fly ball. It's remaining in the infield. Shane Nanick comes in and makes the play for Ventnor. 1 down here in Galloway's bottom of the 5th. On a fly out to second. Back to the top of the order, Galloway will go. Their leadoff hitter is Frank Gorgiong. High fastball to Gorgiong is up for ball 1. Gorgiong 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in this contest so far. And he has a 1-0 count here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 down. Gorgiong swings through a fastball, tipping it into the catcher's mitt. The count's now even at 1-1. Gilger's pitch is a fastball, swung through and missed by Gorgiong, making the count to him now 1-2. Good pitcher right there, Gabe Gilger. As we stated, pitching really well in this contest here tonight. Fastball is hit over the pitcher's head. Not over the pitcher's head. Gilger comes up with a great leaping catch. Really, really nice play right there by Gabe Gilger. That's the second out of the inning on an L1. And that will bring to the plate shortstop John McCall. With 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th for Galloway. Curveball, off-speed pitch to McCall, just a bit low and out for ball 1. 1-0 count to John McCall, Galloway shortstop. He hits a fly ball down the right field line. Is it in play? Unable to make the play is Ventnor shortstop Drew Powell as he was up against the fence. So it goes down as a strike in the books to McCall, and that evens the count at 1-1. Really good effort there by Drew Powell, just unable to come up with the fly ball. The crowd has filled in here tonight. Our total attendance is now 41. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball just outside. Called a ball by the home plate umpire. The count's now 2-1. Gilger comes home and McCall fouls one straight back into the screen. Tried to jump on a fastball by Gilger. Fouled it straight back, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Galloway shortstop John McCall. Beautiful night for baseball. Look at that picture right there. Lights are on. Gilger's pitch. Curveball over for strike 3. And down goes McCall to strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. So Galloway unable to chip into the 8-1 Ventnor lead as they go down 1-2-3 there in the bottom of the 5th. Ventnor will come to bat in the top of the 6th right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We thank you for watching BFA Sports at Gabriel Field. But in a South Jersey Shore League contest between Ventnor and Galloway, we're going to the top of the 6th inning with Ventnor leading 8-1. Leading off the 6th is Javi Vega, the left fielder for Ventnor. Off-speed pitch by Gus Busby is over for a called strike. And the count is now 0-2 to Javi Vega. There's a ground ball hit to the third baseman. Nice play by Frank Gorgiong. Picks it, throws the first, and gets Javi Vega at first on a putout. 5-3. First out of the inning, which is the top of the 6th for Ventnor. Bringing to the plate the extra hitter, number 9, Kyle Bronco. So the second pitch of the inning here for Gus Busby of Galloway was his 100th. So he's over the 100-pitch mark here tonight. Throws an off-speed pitch to Bronco for ball 1. Fastball down the heart of the plate. Bronco swings through it, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Kyle Bronco. Ground ball to the shortstop. McCall picks it, throws the first, and that's in time and scooped by the first baseman this time, Steve Myers. So that putout goes down 6-3 for the second out of the Ventnor top of the 6th. They'll go back to the top of the order with their shortstop, Angelo Nicasio. Strike 1 on the outside black part of the plate to Nicasio. Good pitch by Gus Busby, painting the outside part. Strike 1 to Nicasio. Off-speed pitch is foul tipped. The curveball to Nicasio is foul tipped into the dirt for strike 2. The count to him is now 0-2. Strike 3 on a curveball on the inside part. Really good pitch right there. Ventnor goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Galloway's going to look to try to chip into this lead of Ventnor's. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching BFA Sports. We thank you for tuning in. I'm your play-by-play guy for tonight's action, Steve Westcott. We're going to step away from this contest for 1 second and bring you some really good news. As a lot of you know, we cover a lot of the Cape Atlantic League and the Tri-County League, whether it be matchups and games or whether it be exposure camps for a lot of the kids that play in South Jersey. And the Tri-Cape All-Star team won the Carpenter Cup today at Citizens Bank Park. And we just want to really give a really proud shout out and salute to the Tri-Cape All-Star team and congratulate them. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the first one they have ever won, although highly competitive in a lot of them. But today they got the job done, and we give a big shout out and congratulations to the Tri-Cape All-Star team winning the Carpenter Cup today at Citizens Bank Park. So now we're going to go back to the bottom of the sixth here in our contest between the Ventnor BaySox and the Galloway Mustangs. Up to bat is the three-hole hitter for Galloway, Steve Myers. He fouls a ball off into the screen for strike one. The count to Myers is 0-1. Ventnor is up 8-1 here in the bottom of the sixth. Fastballs beat into the dirt. Gilger comes in, picks it up, throws the first, and makes the play. Gilger to Drew Powell for out number one in Galloway's bottom of the sixth. Goes down 1-3, put out, and that'll bring to the plate Dave Housel. Gabe Gilger still on the mound. And he's now over the 100-pitch mark. We commented last inning about Gus Busby going over, and Gilger's now over it at 102 himself. So Dave Housel steps in for Galloway. Gilger greets him with a fastball down the middle of the plate for strike one. Housel's Galloway's second baseman. He's 1 for 2 in the contest. He struck out in the first but singled in the third. Gilger throws him an off-speed curveball, really good curveball, and Housel's now down in the count 0-2. Gilger throws a pitch up high and wide for a ball. Count to Housel is now 1-2. Housel swings and misses, swings through a fastball by Gilger for the second out of the Galloway sixth. And that'll bring up center fielder Junior Mejia. Pitch from Gilger's. Gilger's a fastball. It's up high for ball one. BFA Sports and Bunting Family Pharmacy are bringing you a lot of the South Jersey Shore action. We brought you EHT and Absecon last evening. Tonight we're bringing you Ventnor and Galloway, and tomorrow night is Summers Point. We will be at Summers Point tomorrow night, bringing you action from Summers Point, New Jersey. 2-0's the count to Mejia. Gilger comes with a fastball. Mejia tries to jump all over it, however, fouls it straight back. Two-one count. The center fielder, Junior Mejia. Fastball is fouled up over, out of play on the right field side, over the first base dugout. And that evens the count at 2-2. We hope you're enjoying the wonderful camera angles that we bring you, the wonderful shots from the first base side, third base side, center field cameras. We hope you're enjoying it as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you. We thank you all for tuning in. We thank Bunting Family Pharmacy for helping us bring it to you, just like they bring the pharmacy home to you. Okay, I'm being told by our producer Ryan that we're going to get to see Ventnor again tomorrow night, because that's who Summers Point has tomorrow night at home. And Summers Point is the same Ventnor BaySox as you're watching here this evening. That pitch was in the dirt, and the count's now full to Junior Mejia. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. No one on for Galloway. Fastball is low and in the dirt. Mejia draws a walk. Two down with one on, and the left fielder Ryan Master steps in for Galloway. Gilger comes home. Master swings and misses at a fastball. It's strike one. Master swings and misses at another fastball. Strike two. He's down in the count now 0-2. Two good fastballs, two good cuts by Master, however. Unable to connect on either, so he's down in the count 0-2. The Ventnor pitcher, Gabe Gilger. Fastball is just up and just out for ball one, making the count now 1-2. That ball's in the dirt. Mejia will take second as it goes all the way to the backstop. Count to Master is now 2 balls and 2 strikes, with 2 outs here in Galloway's bottom of the 6th. Gilger set. He comes home. High fastball, fouled straight back to the screen by Master. Gilger set. Home plate umpire calls Master on a swing, which means that's a K for the 3rd out of the inning, and we're through 6. We're going to go to the final frame of this one. Ventnor in command as of right now. Ventnor 8, Galloway 1. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Gabriel Field here in Galloway Township in a South Jersey South Shore baseball contest between the Ventnor BaySox and the Galloway Mustangs. We're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. What could be the final frame here with Ventnor winning 8-1. We do have a couple changes. The new first baseman for Galloway is John Aracediano, and the new pitcher is de Blasio. Let me get you that first name here, and that should be Mike de Blasio. Is now on the mound, left-hander for Galloway. So Aracediano at first, and de Blasio now on the mound. Stepping to the plate to lead off the 7th and final frame for Ventnor is Billy Wheatley. Wheatley looks at strike one. Wheatley is 1 for 3 with a single. He has 2 RBIs with that single. Down in the count here 0-1, however. Again, leading off the top of the 7th for Ventnor. Blasio comes home, and that count is now even as that pitch is high. It counts now even at 1-1. 1-1 count to Wheatley. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. De Blasio works from the stretch and comes home, and that pitch is high. And the count's now 2-1. Maybe a mix-up in signals there because Martella looked as though he wasn't ready for fastball. De Blasio threw a fastball. Pitch went all the way to the backstop without being touched by the catcher or anyone else. Martella kind of got up and looked at him like, okay. I wasn't expecting that one, Mike. However, the count's now 2-1 to Billy Wheatley. Swings and misses for strike 2. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch, curveball is inside and in the dirt, making the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes for the Ventnor third baseman. Wheatley hits a foul ball out of play down the first base side. Beautiful complex here in Galloway Township is Gabriel Field. You can see it all in the background there. Well kept and well done by the Township of Galloway. We're enjoying our night here. We hope you are at home as we bring it to you via Bunting Family Pharmacy, because they bring the pharmacy to you as well. And a swing and a miss by Wheatley, and that's a strikeout for de Blasio, and that's the first out of the Ventnor 7th. And that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Joe Farrell. Farrell was hit by a pitch in the 2nd and doubled in the 5th, so he's 1 for 2 with the 8 hit by pitch. Did score a run in the 5th. De Blasio set, and he comes home. Ball's outside for ball 1. That pitch was inside for ball 2. Farrell said to the umpire, I don't really want to get hit twice today. As I said, he was hit by the pitch in the second inning. 3-0 count now to Farrell with one down here in the top of the 7th. 8-1 is our score. Ventnor over Galloway. Ventnor had a huge second inning, scoring 7 in that second, sending 11 men to the plate. Tacked one on in the 5th, and that was the run by the gentleman at the plate right now, Joe Farrell, as he gets a 3-0 green light and fouls one straight back over the backstop, and the count's now 3-1. De Blasio comes home. The pitch is up, and Farrell walks. So he's now on first with one out, with a base on ball walk. Stepping to the plate now will be center fielder Dom Baselli. Baselli had a single in that rally in the second. He stole a base. Also had an RBI in the... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He had an RBI on a fielder's choice in the second as well. So he had a single in the second, scored a run in the second, and then got an RBI on a fielder's choice, all in the second. He is 1 for 3 on the evening, and he fouls a ball back to the backstop for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch to Baselli. Swing and a big cut. No contact, however, so that's strike 2. The count is now 0-2 to the Ventnor center fielder. 1 out. Farrell's on first. Curveball off-speed pitch gets Farrell swinging and, Baselli swinging and missing. Second strikeout of the inning for De Blasio. 2 down now in the top of the 7th, and Rosado will step in. Alejandro Rosado, Ventnor right fielder. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. De Blasio's pitch. Must have been just a bit high for ball 1. 1-0 count to Alejandro Rosado. And I said this earlier in that second inning when he got a single and scored a run. It's a baseball name if I ever heard one. They say that the batter did not go with an intent, so now the pitch is called a ball up high and making the count 2-0. The pitch is up high. Count to Rosado's now 3-0. Mike De Blasio on the mound for Galloway. He took over here in the 7th for Gus Busby, who other than the second inning pitched a really good game. Just had the one bad frame there, which has hurt Galloway tonight. But his pitch numbers were down, and other than that frame, as I said, pitched really well. But De Blasio now in for him, and on a 3-0 green light, Rosado swings and misses, and it counts now 3 balls and 1 strike. Two outs here in the top of the 7th for Ventnor. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Rosado was trying to jump all over the fastball by de Blasio, swung and fouled it straight back to the screen. And the count's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Ventnor right fielder. Good picture of Mike de Blasio right there on the hill for Galloway. Trying to keep Ventnor scoreless here in the top of the 7th frame. Rosado hits a ground ball to shortstop. Unable to be fielded by McCall. Everyone's safe all over. Goes down as an E6. Farrell to second. Rosado to first. Thinking McCall wished he might have charged that baseball a little bit right there. He kind of sat back on it. Got an in-between hop because he did that. Unable to field it, unable to make a play at second on Farrell or at first on Rosado. So that's where runners are with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th for Ventnor. And that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Angel Murray. He hits a ground ball down the first base side, but that's foul. And that'll go down as strike 1 for Angel Murray. Angel Murray having a really good baseball game here tonight. 3 for 3. He had a single and an RBI in that 2nd inning rally. He had a single again in the 3rd, and he had a single again in the 5th. 3 for 3 as he steps into the plate here in the 7th. Good pitch by de Blasio right there. Has Murray off balance, and the count to Angel Murray is now 0-2. De Blasio set, he comes home, and Murray hits a fly ball down the left field line, and it's trouble. It falls in for a hit just inside the left field line, and the bases will be loaded. Angel Murray takes a real wide turn, thinking everybody was going. However, now he has to hold up. And as stated, the bases are now loaded in the top of the 7th for Ventnor. That looked like trouble. We had a perfect angle on it right here from our scores table, and it was down the left field line, and it was in no man's land. Third baseman surely wasn't going to get to it. Left fielder surely wasn't going to get to it. And it falls for a hit and now loads the bases. First baseman Drew Powell now steps in. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We have a change. The change is John Bronco, number 29. John Bronco steps in to hit for Drew Powell here in the Ventnor 7th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch is a called strike. As John Bronco pitch hits for Drew Powell. Count is now 1-1. That pitch is up high. And our count is now 2-1. Count's now 2-2. Good fastball by de Blasio on the outside corner. Evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to John Bronco. De Blasio looking to end this rally right here as the bases are loaded for Ventnor, and Bronco swings and misses as he's fooled on an off-speed pitch. Really good pitch by de Blasio. So he Ks John Bronco. He has 3 Ks in the inning. However, the bases did get loaded, but no one scores. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th as Galloway's going to look to come up and see if they can mount a rally to get back into this contest. We're going to the bottom of 7 right after this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Westcott here with BFA Sports, bringing you the contest in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League between Ventnor and Galloway here in Galloway Township, New Jersey at Gabriel Field. We're going to the bottom of the seventh. Galloway's going to look to see if they can mount a rally and come back in this one as Ventnor holds an 8-1 lead. We had mentioned earlier, congratulations and a shout out to the Tri-Cape All-Star team who has Citizens Bank Park today, won the Carpenter Cup. And we cover a lot of those kids, whether it be in matchups in baseball games or whether it be at exposure things and training facilities, et cetera, et cetera. We heard, I'm now hearing that they won it with a 2-out rally. Okay, so let me get back to this contest. First at batter for Galloway grounds the ball to third. Billy Wheatley comes up with the play, throws the first, Drew Powell, and that's out number 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th. So as we were saying, a 2-out rally by the Tri-Cape All-Star team to win the Carpenter Cup as they defeated Mercer 5-3 in the final. What a great job, by the Tri-Cape All-Star team. I'll tell you what, we get to cover a lot of those kids, as I said, and it's been our pleasure to do so. And what a great, what a great job they did in that tournament, and happy and proud of all of their efforts. Job well done. Stepping in now is Mike DeBlasio. Takes ball 1. 1 out here in Galloway's 7th. 8-1 Ventnor. We have a new pitcher on the mound for Ventnor, and that's number 22, Sean Patel, coming in to pitch the 7th for Ventnor in relief of Gabe Gilger, who did a wonderful job in this contest today, giving up just 1 run in the 3rd. Patel's up high. With that pitch, and the count is now 3-0 to DeBlasio. Strike 1. Count now 3-1. Ventnor looking for 2 more outs. As tomorrow night they will travel to Summers Point. And we will be at that game, bringing that one to you as well. DeBlasio hits a shot to right field. And that's a single for Mike DeBlasio, as no one can come up with that baseball. Mark it down as a single for Mike DeBlasio. Looking to try to mount a rally here for Galloway to see if they can get back in this one. So we have 1 down and 1 on for the catcher, Anthony Martella, steps in for Galloway. Patel's pitch is a fly ball hit down the third baseline. Does he have room? Oh, he jumped the fence. Billy Wheatley tried to jump the fence, and we heard it tip his glove. Let's see if we can get this camera angle on this. Billy Wheatley, you see right there, number 88. Martella hit a fly ball. He went over to the fence, tried to jump it. We heard it tip off his glove, but however, he's unable to come up with it. And it goes down to strike 1 for Anthony Martella, making the count 0-1. Good effort by Bill Wheatley over there at third. You can see the lead by DeBlasio. Patel comes home, and he hits a drive, foul ball. Umpire calls just foul, as that was a line drive down the left field line, ripped by Martella. And I got news for you. If it was foul, it was not foul by much. Home plate umpire got out, jumped out, and had a good look at it. Huh? So Martella steps back in with the count 0-2. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Patel's curveball is in the dirt. Umpire says that Martella did go with his swing. So that's a strikeout for Patel, and the second out here in the bottom of the 7th. Adrian Wiggins will step in as the extra hitter for Galloway, looking to see if he can keep this contest going. De Blasio is at first. Patel's pitch. Wiggins hits a ground ball back into the screen. Strike one. Patel's pitch is over the plate for strike two. 0-2 count for Wiggins. Pitch is up high. Counts now 1-2, 2 strikes. Wiggins hits a fly ball down the third base line. Wheatley going back on it, and Wheatley gets underneath it and makes the play, and that will end this one. So the final out is put away on a fly ball to third base by Billy Wheatley. And let's quickly recap this one for you before we go. Ventnor wins the contest over Galloway 8-1. Ventnor scores 7 runs and sends 11 hitters to the plate in the second inning. They get another run, a tack-on run in the 5th for their 8 runs. Galloway was able to get a run in the 3rd, but never really able to muster anything else up in regards to scoring runs. So our final, a great job by Gabe Gilger, who will get the win on the mound for Ventnor. Gus Busby, other than the second inning, pitched a really, really good baseball game. Just couldn't get any run production from the offensive side of the plate, did Galloway. So Ventnor's going to win this one 8-1. BFA Sports will see you tomorrow night. We'll be back with you tomorrow night at Summers Point, New Jersey, as Summers Point will host the same Ventnor squad that you saw here. So Ventnor's on the road tonight in Galloway. They're going on the road tonight, tomorrow night in Summers Point, and we'll have that one for you as well, thanks to Bunting Family Pharmacy. And before we go, we'd be remiss. Shout out and congratulations to the Tri-Cape All-Star team, who today at Citizens Bank Park with a 2-out rally won the Carpenter Cup over Mercer 5-3. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning in to BFA Sports. We'll be with you again tomorrow night at Summers Point, New Jersey. This is Steve Westcott for our producer, Ryan. Thank you all, and take care all.